Hello everybody, welcome back, and we are going to work a little bit more on our curtain wall system. We're going to add some curtain wall up on top here to get out to the green roof, and I'll show you how to add doors into the curtain wall. So let's do the top first, because that's a little bit of work, so it's not too bad, but it's something. So we are going to go to the level 2 floor view. Actually, let's take a look first. Let's go back to the 3D view and just take a look at something real quick. So if I'm gonna take this wall and let's just hide it in view for a second. And what we notice is that there's an offset from here down to the floor. So from the second floor to the green roof, it actually steps up. So if we were to place the curtain wall on the second floor view, it would actually kind of get cut off, and you'll see that in a moment. So what we need to do is actually figure out how much that offset is, and we could do that in the elevation view. So let's just, I'm going to unhide in view this wall. Okay, so that's good. Let's go to, believe it's the south elevation. Okay, so actually in the south elevation, I already have it all unhidden from view, but I'll show you how to do that again, just in case. So this wall click, let's just unhide elements. Okay. So what you would see is something like this or something similar. Unhide in view, so to hide in view, click, right click, hide in view elements. We're going to do the same here. So what we have is the second floor, the roof. So we're just going to measure that. So we go up to the measuring tool, measure between two references. Click that and bring it, let's see, bring it down and, oops, sorry, place this dimension here, here. So we get 1 foot, 1.5 inches. That's the offset, or the bottom offset of the curtain wall that we need. Okay, so just remember that number, write it down. 1 foot, 1.5. Yours might be a little bit different. It depends on how big or how much you built that green roof up. So remember, the green roof you could make it really deep, so you can plant bigger plants into it, or shallow, depending on what you have. Mine is 1 foot, 1.5 inches of the offset. Okay, so I'm going to go back now to my level 2 floor plan view. And I'm going to add just a nice big straight curtain wall. I'm going to columns I don't really care about. So wall, curtain wall, storefront, and I will start, I don't know, let's see how big this is going to be. I'll do something like that. So that's 45 feet. I'm going to go with that, 45 feet. Click it to make it to the outside. Okay, so that's it. Now I don't know if it's centered or not, so I'm going to work on that right now. Let's see if we can click this. And let's see what we have here. So we got about, let's just measure that from the end here. I'll go right to the end of the building, to this spot. So that's 15 feet, just about. And 14 feet. So those are two different measurements. Click on this, and I'm just going to zoom in. So I made that 15, and it's 15 foot 1/7/8, so it's not exactly equal on there. It's close enough for me. You could make it equal if you want. I'm fine with that. I'm happy. There you go. Just delete those. Perfect. So now let's take a look at it from the 3D view. Going in. All right. So now let's fix this up a little bit. So I'm going to click on it. So first thing we're going to fix is the bottom. So let's scroll down over here on the left hand side. When we click on it, base offset, 1 foot, 1.5 inches. 1 foot, 1.5. Let's apply that. So now see how it brought it up there. The top, I'm going to go 12 feet. Let's see how it looks. Apply. So 12 feet looks pretty good if we go to here. So now notice we only brought the columns up that much. So I'm going to go lower than 12 feet. So I click on it. Let's try 11. Apply. I'm going to look at it from the left. And it looks pretty good. I think we might be all right. I'm actually going to come down slightly more. I'm just going to go even 10 feet, hit apply. There we go. So now, rearrange this 3D view. Let's go back to the home view. And there we have it. So that's just to get out into that area. So now let's add some doors into these. And I'm going to start with on the first floor here. So in order to add doors, we need to know a little bit about our wall. So I'm clicking on this. The spacing, I'm just going to go to edit type. All right, so we have a 5-foot spacing of the vertical grid. So from here to here is roughly 5 feet. So if we go into the south elevation, we can actually measure it so you can kind of get a real good idea. So from center there to there is actually 4'5". Now, what we are going to do is add a door in. The doors are going to replace the panes of glass that are there. And you can do this all in 3D view. The issue is the type of door that we have is a double door. So it replaces one of these panes of glass. So if I actually come over to here and hit tab, there you go. So you can see that that blue line is selected. That is the pane of glass that's going to get swapped out for a door. The type of door we have is a double door. So that 4'5" would actually become 2.5 foot, 2 foot, 2-inch doors, which is relatively small. But what we can do is combine these two panels here, or these two panels, depending on how you want to do it, combine them based on your vertical grid spacing to create a bigger double door. And that's what we're going to do. So in order to do that, we need to be able to modify this a little bit better. So I'm going to click on this bottom mullion here. So if it's hard to do, you hover over it, hit tab, click, and then you're going to undo that. I'll do that again over here. So I'm click. All right, so let's click again. So you can see actually now this one's deselected as well. And then I'm going to delete. Click, delete. So now I have nothing to trip over when the door comes. This post I want to remove as well. So I'm going to click on the post. This right here, prevent or allow changes. Click that. Delete. This line right here is a grid line. That grid line is actually separating these two panes of glass. So if I hold over and hit tab, there you go. There's two separate panes, which means it would still put in the double door. I need to click on that double line. So click, undo that, go back to it, click, and then come up to add or remove segments, click, hit delete. So now we have one giant pane of glass. Go down, select that one pane, so you can hover near it, hit tab. Let's see, I'm going to come to the corner here. Okay, right there, click on it, and that's the pane of glass that we're going to change. Insert, load family, curtain wall doors. Okay, so they're in. There we go. Tab, click, hit the drop down, and there I got my storefront door. Click, and there it is. Now I have a door. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same exact process over here so you get to see it all again. So hit tab, click that, delete that, then delete. Click, undo that change, delete. That's one. Same thing for here. Click, undo the change. There we go. Delete. Then I have that blue line. Click, do that, click it again, add or remove segments, click, delete. There we go. Now I'm going to change this pane of glass, hit tab, click, drop down, double storefront. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Escape. So now I have entry doors right here. I'm just going to do those. I could potentially add some more, like we could go into add doors over here, but I'm just going to do right there. Little glitch here. We could do it there as well. I don't need it, but we do need it up on top here. So this vertical spacing, let's take a look at this storefront glass. Let's go to edit type. All right, so we know that that's a 7'6" right there. I'd actually like to make that 8 foot. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to call it storefront 3, so I don't get it confused with anything else. Hit OK. Change that spacing right there to 8. Hit enter. There we go. So now it's just that there. I'm going to just do a single set of doors right here in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to do it right here. So it looks like it might be slightly off-centered. That's fine. We could change the spacing a little bit to get it, but I can live with that. I'm not too worried. All right, so let's do that. So same exact process as we did before. Come over, hit tab, click, change that, delete. Same thing. So you can see here the grass goes over. We might actually change that offset to be slightly up a little bit more, which I think I'm going to do in a moment. So come over, hit tab, click, delete that. Same with this one. Then we got that line. We click that. Click. All right, add or remove segments. Delete. Let's see if that worked. Did not delete it. Add or remove segments. Click. Delete. Now I have one glass. Before I forget, I'm just going to click. I'm going to bring up my base offset. I'm going to do it another 1/2 inch. So this is just going to become 1 foot 2 inches. There we go, just like that. So now it's just that little 1/2 inch right there. I'd rather have it so it's a nicer, cleaner edge. Hit tab, click, and we will change that to just the double storefront. So there you have it. That's how you add in doors into curtain wall. We could do the same thing on the inside as well. So if we were to add curtain wall on the inside, you would do the same thing for the glass and actually use different doors. But you can see here, so we have the double doors there. Let's go to level 2, double doors there. Okay, so there you have it. That's how you add doors into curtain wall. That's how we do the curtain wall for the green roof right there. Next one, I think we'll start partitioning off rooms on the interior of the library, playing with curtain wall in there as well. So hope you enjoyed this. Take care.